مرحبا جميعا، يعطيكم ألف عافية. معكم عبد الرحمن شاعت، حكون معكم بمادة نظرية محاسبية بجامعة الأزهر للفصل الحالي. المادة راح تكون معنا عبارة عن 8 شباتر أو 8 chapters. راح نحكي بأول 4 شباتر بالميد تيرم، وبعدها الأربعة الباقيين بالفاينل. الكتاب اللي راح يكون معانا اللي هو Financial Accounting Theory and Analysis Texts and Cases، اللي هو النسخة ال11. راح نبدأ بالشابتر الأول واللي هو The Development of Accounting Theory. The development of accounting theory introduces the historical and theoretical basis of accounting. It will cover how accounting theory developed over time and the significance of understanding these concepts for applying accounting standards effectively. نيجي نبدأ بالintroduction. Introduction بحكي لي what is theory. According to Webster's definition, theory is systematically organized knowledge applicable in a wide variety of circumstances. It is a system based on assumptions, principles, and rules designed to explain or predict a particular set of phenomena. In accounting, theory gives us a structured way to make decisions and analyze data. This slide also introduced 2 types of theories: normative theory, which suggests how accounting should be done, and positive theory, which explains how accounting is done in practice. In this slide also we'll explain the necessity of general theory in accounting. A well-developed theory provides a foundation for consistent decision-making, particularly when resources are limited. A robust accounting theory ensures that financial statements and other records are prepared in a standardized way, increasing reliability and comparability. This function supports the objectives of fair and transparent reporting in all situations, regardless of industry or specific financial scenario. Also, it highlights why developing a general theory of accounting is important, which is allocating scarce resources. A unified theory helps accountants make fair and efficient decisions when resources are limited, ensuring they are allocated properly. نيجي بنحكي بالريسيرش. بحكي لي research plays a crucial role in shaping accounting theory as it allows accountants to test new ideas and refine existing standards. Accounting research informs theory, leading to improvement in how we handle financial data. For example, new research on cost behaviors or market trends may result in update to the theoretical framework or accounting principle, leading to better practice and more accurate standards. The early history of accounting. In this slide, we'll dive into the ancient origin of accounting. In early Middle Eastern civilization, which is around 8000 to 3000 BC, people used clay tokens to represent specific items for counting and tracking resources. This primitive accounting system shows that humans have long had a need for a system to track and manage resources. These tokens were some of the first tools used for inventory and transaction records. The Xenon Pyri, an ancient Egyptian collection of documents. recorded information about businesses, operation, and inventories, showing that records keeping was essential even in early societies. During the Renaissance, Luca worked on double entry bookkeeping and introduced a systematic way of recording both sides of transaction. الدبل انتري اللي احنا اليوم نستخدمه وقاعدين بالمحاسبة هو الأساس والعمود الفقري لكل العمليات المحاسبية اللي احنا شغالين عليها. This system became the backbone of modern accounting as it allowed for more accurate tracking of assets, liabilities, and equity. As commerce expanded, accounting practices had to adapt to support more complex businesses. Joint ventures and partnerships required clear record to manage shared resources. The Industrial Revolution intensified this need as larger and more complex business required external financial reporting. This need for transparency led to the establishment of audit and external reviews to ensure accuracy and accountability in financial statement. Capital maintenance is a critical concept that emerged to prevent financial abuse by corporations. This idea suggests that businesses must maintain a sufficient level of resources or capital to operate sustainability and meet obligations. Capital maintenance is central to ensuring that companies are not overstating profit or taking on too much risk, which could lead to financial instability. نيجي بنحكي على تاريخ المحاسبة تاريخ المحاسبة عفوا باليونايتد ستيتس. احكي لي during the 1930s the Great Depression highlighted the need for stricter financial regulations. Many people lost trust in corporations and the stock market due to poor financial transparency. This led to meetings between the New York Stock Exchange, American Institute of Accountants, and the American Accounting Association to discuss the establishment of accounting standards to protect investors and avoid economic crisis. The Securities Act of 1933 and the Securities Exchange Act of 1934 established the Security and Exchange Commission اللي هي معروفة SEC اللي هي سوق يعني مسجل، خلينا نحكي مشرع أو مسجل الشركات. بحكي لي بأمريكا طبعا. The SEC's purpose was to restore public trust by regulating corporate financial reporting, ensuring that companies followed fair practice to protect investors and public from fraudulent information. The SEC initially considered setting accounting standards directly, but decided to let the private sector handle this responsibility. In 1938, the SEC allowed private organizations like Accounting Professionals Body to set standards while the SEC provide oversight. This partnership combined government regulation with private sector practice. The American Institute of Certified Public Accountants اللي هي AICPA عفوا established in 1936 played a significant role in setting early accounting standards. It is committees including the Committee on Accounting Procedure اللي هي CAP and the Accounting Principles Board اللي هي APB were responsible for issuing early guidelines that become the foundation of generally accepted accounting principle اللي هي معروفة اليوم بالGAAP. The CAP formed in 1936 issued accounting research bulletins اللي هي ARBs which provided guidance on accounting practices. Although these bulletins were not mandatory, they gained authority through widespread acceptance, setting a precedent for formalized standards in accounting. The APB, established to take over CAP's responsibilities, faced a criticism because its standards were inconsistent and not always based on research. This piecemeal approach led to the eventual creation of FASB, a more organized body that would rely more heavily on research and structure in setting accounting standards. The APB encountered several issues, including conflicts of interest from part-time board members who held full-time jobs elsewhere, often at large accounting firms. This structure also allowed the APB's response time to new issues, leading to calls for a reform and the eventual replacement by FASB. The Financial Accounting Standards Board اللي هي الفاسب اللي حكينا عنها FASB was created in 1973 to address APB's limitations. Committees like the Wheat and True Blood committees were instrumental in its formation, emphasizing FASB missing to establish objective and consistent standards through full-time independent board member. كانت مشكلتهم مع كل الأجسام اللي قبل هيك إنه الجماعة اللي قاعدين بيحطوا القوانين تبعتهم هاي مش فول تايم متفرغين، عندهم فول تايم شغل في مكان تاني، فهذا أدى إلى إنه يصير في تقصير في عمل اللجنة. طيب بعد ما اجت الاف اس بي اللي هو فازب، هاي الستركتشر تبعها FASB is structured to maintain independence from outside influences. Its board members are appointed and funded independently, ensuring they can set fair, unbiased standards. This structure allows FASB, which is FASB, to operate objectively and protect the public interest. This diagram shows the structure of FASB. هنا بحكي لي electors اللي هم الناخبين appoints the board of trustees. The board of trustees هنا oversees the financial accounting foundation اللي هي FAF، معروف يعني الاختصار تبعها FAF. ال FAF appoint and fund the FASB. And the FASAC اللي هي Financial Accounting Standards Advisory Committee تقريبا بيكونوا 20 member advises FASB on standards. FASB's 7 members is responsible for creating accounting standards. And the task forces on the standards board provide expertise on specific issues. And the admin staff والresearch staff support الFASB with operations and data. This structure ensures FASB has the resources and guidance to set effective accounting standards. عند الFASB issues multiple type of statements, including statement of financial accounting concepts, statement of financial accounting standards, interpretations, and technical bulletins. These pronouncements addresses different aspects of accounting, from fundamental concept to specific technical guidance, helping professionals navigate complex situations. التشالنجز تبعت الفاز كانت تتمثل في اللي هي standards overload, emerging issues, standard setting and as a political process with economic consequences. الفاز faces challenges like standards overload, where the abundance of standards makes it hard for accountants to stay updated. Additionally, political influence from groups attempting to sway standards for personal benefit complicates FASB's mission to maintain unbiased principle. FASB launches the GAP codification project to simplify access to accounting standards by recognizing them into single authoritative source. This codification project streamlined hundreds of standards, making it easier for accountants to research and apply GAP efficiently. قبل هيك كان الجاب standards were organized in 4 levels, creating confusion about which standards were most authoritative. في 2009, FASB codification project restructured this into 2 levels, authoritative and non-authoritative guidance, making GAP simpler to follow. Here is the FASB codification announcement in June 2009. FASB announced that starting September 15, 2009, the codification would be the single authoritative source for all US GAAP for non-governmental entities. This made GAAP easier to access and navigate for practitioners. Here explains why the FASB codification was necessary. The accountants previously had to look through multiple sources like AICPA, SEC, which made finding guidance difficult. The FASB codification اللي هي ACs, ASC, combine all authoritative US GAAP in one place, simplifying access. If the ACS does not cover topic, accountants should first refer to similar authoritative GAAP principle and only then consider non-authoritative source if necessary. This streamlined the research process and ensured consistency in accounting practice. Ethics are essential in accounting to ensure trust, transparency, and integrity in financial reporting. Public accountants act as a watchdog by safeguarding the public interest, ensuring that companies report their finances accurately. A common ethical issue for public accountants is the conflict between serving the client who pays them and remaining objective to protect public trust. Balancing these responsibilities is a key to ethical accounting. من أهم الفضائح في عالم المحاسبة كانت الإنرون والأكاونتنج سكاندلز تبعته. إنرون هذا كان عامل شركة وعامل شركات تابعة إلها ضمن مجموعة إله. الشركة هاي الأم كانت تفصح عن الأرباح تبعت الشركات التابعة إلها في قائمتها المالية الأصلية، وتوزع الخسائر على باقي الشركات. من إيش استفاد؟ هو استفاد إنه الخسائر تبعته كانت مخبية في الانتيتيز هاي، ما كانت تظهر بالفاينانشال ستيتمنتس تبعته، وهذا خلاه يعمل mislead للinvestors about the company's true financial health. Enron's financial instability was exposed, leading to its bankruptcy and collapse in its stock value, which became nearly worthless. This scandal highlighted the need for stricter accounting regulation transparency. الانترناشونال اكاونتنج ستاندرز اللي هي القوانين المحاسبة العالمية بحكي لها business become increasingly global, the need for consistent accounting standards across countries has grown. اجت عندي ال IASB اللي هي International Accounting Standard Board works to harmonize these standards, making financial information more comparable worldwide and supporting global trade.